Hello members, welcome to this week's Member Monday. This is a very special episode of Member Monday because I am packing up for my trip to Bryce Canyon and Zion National Parks. I am so excited. I have made myself somewhat mobile. I have my old phone with my microphone stuffed down the back of my pants, and I've pulled my table over to all my stuff. Okay, let's see. I guess you guys, if you make videos, most of you probably don't, you might notice, it's once you start filming that you start noticing that your desk is filthy. Anyway, I did just eat on it. I've been at my desk since just about 4 o'clock this morning, and it is just about 4 o'clock this afternoon. So I've been here for about 12 hours today, trying to get everything finished up because I am leaving in a couple of days, and I was really, really, really hoping to get in a massive workout tomorrow, like a 6-hour workout. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen, judging from how much I've gotten done. I'm pretty disappointed. But light at the end of the tunnel is that I get to leave for my big trip soon. So, okay, let's pack. Here's the deal. Here's the things that I want to bring. I want to bring my best stuff. Again, just like I did at Yellowstone. There's probably going to be more hiking involved in this trip. The Yellowstone trip, there was some hiking, but it wasn't the long distance hiking that really I had envisioned when I planned out that trip. But I think this one's going to make up for it, like a lot. So I did a lot of driving at Yellowstone. This time it's going to be a lot of foot walking as opposed to hand walking. So I want to bring my best stuff is the point. It's going to be heavy. Oh well. I'm definitely bringing this bag. Low Pro Photosport 300 AW2, I believe. Photosport AW2. I think I just hit my microphone. I'm sorry if I did. Anyway, I did find some hemp seeds and some gallon-sized Ziploc bags in here, which is handy because, or I guess that's quart. This one's gallon. Very handy to have around. I eat a lot of these. So those will be handy. I'm going to keep them in there. I don't think there's anything else in here. But the deal with this bag, in case you guys haven't seen my review of it, is that this bottom compartment is camera stuff. It's a nice little padded compartment, but then I can put whatever I need to in the top part. And then there's also this, and it's great for hiking. I can also run with it. When it's real heavy, I'm probably not running that much, but I really like that it's so secure on me. It's really just a little bit too tall for me, which I think I mentioned in last week's Member Monday. Sorry, it won't stand up because it doesn't have anything in it. It's really a little bit too tall for me, but the usability of that thing, it makes up for it. I'm willing to tote around something that's a little bit too tall, field all the questions about multi-day backpacking trips because everyone thinks I'm going on some sort of multi-day trip when I carry it because it's so darn usable. Okay, so my best stuff. Actually, I'm currently filming on my D800 so that I don't have to not bring anything out here on the table because I typically would shoot with my D810, my D500, or even the Canon SL2, which you guys will see a video about that later this week even. But yeah, so I'm shooting with the D800 in 1080p at 30 frames per second. Do you guys notice a difference? Do I look less super smooth? Anyway, let's get a move on. I have a 20-minute limit on this video file. Okay, first, D810 and the 24-70 f2.8 lens. I considered my 24-85 variable aperture lens. This lens is really great. It's really pretty crisp. When I say pretty crisp, when I have taken it out, on a hike through the Grand Canyon, I've had zero problems with it. But I just feel like I have to bring my very best because I'm making these books for you guys, and yeah, so bringing the very best. I'm just gonna grin and bear it. I might need the extra aperture. I have hair sticking out of me, sorry. The extra aperture. So a little bit of a trade-off. There's more reach with that lens. It's also a little bit lighter, but this lens is going to be that much more crisp, that much better in low light situations. So I do plan on doing a lot of sunrise. So yeah, bring in that. Next, the D500 and the 70-200 f2.8 lens. I mean, do I even have to explain this? It's like, this is it for wildlife for me. I'm not going to bring my teleconverter on this trip because, you know, I don't use it all that often in general. And I had forgotten just how much you lose using that teleconverter, because my teleconverter is one of the old ones. It's this guy. It's a 1.7x E2, the TC-17E2 is what it's called. It's older, and apparently the newer ones are like stupendous, and it kind of makes me want to purchase one of the newer ones, but I haven't, and I'm just not going to bring that. I'm going to deal with this, maybe crop in a little bit if I need to. Yeah. Are there bears there? I assume there's bears at these places. Maybe I'll see a bear. Okay, next. So this will be this setup, this will be this setup. I want to bring something for both of them as a just in case kind of a thing. This is my 24mm prime lens. It's an f2.8 lens. It's a D lens though, it's a little bit older. The idea with this is if I go on a hike where there's going to be water, I could put this really on either camera and it would slip easily into a gallon-sized Ziploc bag, just in case. So, or if I just want to travel light one day, I don't know. Probably I'm not going to want to do that, but I kind of just feel like I'm hedging my bets a little bit, just in case I want to possibly get wet. Next, the other thing that I brought, I don't know if I'm going out of frame here, sorry if I am, is my, oh, hold on, Raymond's coming through. He's on the phone. Oh, he's going back away again. He's on the phone with Apple. He's on the phone with Apple because his old phone, he got the iPhone 8 Plus, but his old phone, it was an iPhone 6S, and it looked like it was a part of the battery recall. He's just been using a battery case on it, but the battery's bad. It has been. That's why he got the battery case in the first place. He just hasn't gone into the store to get it replaced. And well, he took it into the store this weekend, and they said it wasn't a part of the recall. That they aren't really calling a recall. They're calling it like an exchange or something. But anyway, now he's on the phone with them because he's like, it is actually a bad battery. We know because I transferred all my SIM card and everything over to it, and thinking I'm about to get a new phone anyway, this will be good practice for getting my new phone, because I always kind of forget like all the steps to take. And yeah, and I used it for a couple of hours today, and it wiped out the battery. I went from 100% to like 20% in like 2 hours and 12 minutes of use, which shouldn't happen. So anyway, getting back to what I was talking about. I'm going to use the Nikon 1V1 and the ultra-wide lens, 6.7 to 13 millimeters. So the thing with this setup is that it's ultra-wide, and Bryce Canyon, Zion, if we go into like the Narrows area, yeah, so, and it's so small, and it uses the same battery as these two cameras. May as well bring it. Let me get rid of this lens because I'm not going to bring any additional lenses for that camera. Okay, these guys. Now, next, video setup. Video setup is because I just want to make the video better than I did last time. I always try to do things a little bit better every time I go out on one of these adventures, or every time I, do something new. So I want to bring the Canon Rebel SL2 with, I think, both of its lenses. Why not? These lenses are so small. So 24 millimeter, 40 millimeter, both have 2.8 primes. This will be fine for taking photos while we're there. I don't really get the real wide angles with this, it being a cropped sensor camera, and with a 24 millimeter lens, you're not actually getting an effective field of view of 24 millimeters on a cropped sensor. So the main point of this is video. That being said, I'm gonna need this guy, the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus with its dead cat and its connector cable. I have a charging cable for this, which is in my bag of tricks. I have a bag of cables, connectors, card readers, mini tripod. Normally the Smart Lab that I'm using right now goes in here. So I will end up bringing pretty much everything that's in there. But I'm not going to put it out on the table right now. And what else? Okay. Other things. Since we're driving, we don't have quite as much of a space constraint. I'm going to bring this. This is the SJ Cam SJ, where is it? SJ7 Star. Little action camera. I'm in the midst of reviewing it. I did do a little pre-review for you guys already, but I'm gonna bring this. This is great B-roll for footage shot with the SL2. It's a good way to mix things up, and it's a lot of fun. This thing lasts for like ever, you guys. I filmed earlier this weekend. Did I already tell you guys this? I don't think I did, because I just did it this weekend. I had 1 hour and 12 minutes of continuous video with the screen on in the back. I kept turning it on every time it turned off. It was over 1 hour and 12 minutes by the time the thing actually shut down. And oh, by the way, I had played in the menus before I hit the record button. So like, this lasts for a long time. So, plus it's easy to charge because it charges with, it's not micro USB, I think it's mini USB, which is kind of a bummer, but anyway, it's okay. Cables are not that big to bring. Okay, so the reason it's in a box is that I have a lot of attachments for it. Somebody asked about using this thing as a dash cam. I actually have like the dash cam accessories and charger. I will figure out exactly what I want to bring out of here. I do have like a waterproof case as well. I'll figure out exactly what I want to bring from here and try and smash that down into a much smaller kit. But one thing that I do want to use with it is my DJI Osmo Mobile. This is really for use with a phone, with my iPhone in particular. However, I got this handy little third-party inexpensive adapter that it acts and feels like a phone to the Osmo, but you just put the little GoPro-shaped action camera in here. So this works really well with the SJ7 to stabilize the footage. Let me get this back in here. So I will bring that as well. Now, I think, is that everything? I think that's everything. I don't think I need to bring a flash. Gosh, it's so tempting to bring a flash, because what if I decide to do a little photo shoot somewhere like I did at that ghost town the last time I was in that area. I don't know. Oh, but things that I do need to bring are these handy dandy items that I have over to the side here. Canon battery charger and extra battery. I did finally get an extra battery for the SL2. And Nikon battery charger and extra batteries. May as well bring 3 for the 3 different cameras. Probably won't need to use all 3 of these, but may as well. Okay. I think this is it. I really, really, really wanted to bring my Mavic, but I really don't think I'm going to use it. There's a long drive to get out to Utah. There's a long drive back, but I just don't see myself pulling over somewhere in the middle of nowhere and flying my drone. I see myself just wanting to get there. So, and you can't use the drone in the national parks. So yeah, I think this is it. I think this is the whole kit. What am I going to bring it all in? Because that's not all going to fit in my blue low pro bag. Probably this guy. Probably my Amazon Basics backpack. The reason is that this one is a little bit smaller than my low pro sling pack, which is also right here. I'm just going to knock some extra dividers onto the floor there. So I've got this one and this one. This one's bigger. This one's a little littler. This one has more pockets for things like microphones. I'm going to see the smallest that I can fit my stuff into, and I will choose then exactly what I'm going to pack in. Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is kind of a lot of stuff, but it is 2 people. So anyway, you guys, sorry I'm a little bit rambling on today, but I am super excited about this trip. I want to thank you guys again for your support, because if it wasn't for you guys, this would not be happening. So I'm really looking forward to the trip, and I'm really looking forward to, you know, upping my game a little bit with the video and bringing the same tenacity in photography and in adventure as I did at Yellowstone, because yeah, I really feel like I'm ready to hit the ground running. So that's it, you guys. I thank you for watching this Member Monday, and I will talk to you guys again later this week, maybe from one of the parks. Talk to you soon.